I'm in Pondicherry visiting my dad, and I had some sessions with him on the What is Man videos that we recorded. Pondicherry is the epicenter of research in human evolution for more than 100 years. Sri Aurobindo Ashram is here. Sri Aurobindo settled here. We call the next plane of evolution the supermind or the supramental as a principle of evolution. And my dad is a member of the Sri Aurobindo Ashram, so he is deeply studied in this whole spiritual approach to evolution. But at the same time, he is a scientist. He is a physicist. He was at the Bhabha Atomic Research Center for more than 25 years doing fundamental research in solid state physics. He built highly sensitive sensors, particle detectors using semiconductor crystals. And he also taught physics for more than 30 years at the college level. So he's definitely steeped in the science as well as in the spiritual aspect of exploration of this whole space. He's also a poet. He's a reader, writer, and appreciation of poetry, which he has been cultivating for many decades. And that brings in a lot of creativity, openness to new approaches, new ideas. And all of that was brought in the discussions that I had with him on the past 4 sessions. I must tell you that he was not impressed at all. He did not like the approach that I was taking. And let me qualify that a little bit. He did not like, he liked the presentation, he liked this style of communication, and he thinks it has legs. But what he didn't like was the premises. He said there's a fundamental mismatch in the premises with which he is proceeding and with which I am proceeding. He is looking at it from the first principles point of view. He's looking at it from the spiritualist point of view, which is what is the new principle, what is the new plane that is to manifest. And that principle, that plane will work out whatever material basis is needed for it to succeed. And so that's his sort of top-down approach. And his point was that the empirical or the bottom-up scientific approach is sort of an extrapolation, and you could extrapolate forward a little bit. You could probably take 1 or 2 steps forward, but you might not reach the next plane, next break in the staircase of evolution, the next step function that is needed through this sort of extrapolatory method of doing it. So, for example, if you look at the ashram research by Sri Aurobindo, it is encapsulated in so many books that he has written, but Savitri is a poetic exploration of the space. And, there's a lot there, but one of the lines in there is that the body of death is riven by light, which, there are many interpretations, of course, but metaphorically, the body that we are constituted of is it's used to death, and you have to break it up. You have to get rid of this principle of death, the decay, the limitations, by through a ribbon, by light entering into it, which we could interpret to be a new principle of existence to enter into the body. The mother's work is on the consciousness of the cells. How should the cellular structure be different? How should the stability of the cells, how the energy apparatus of the cell should be different to constitute a new body. So that was a major research, very practical research, or sort of spiritual insight that they were trying to bring about in very practical terms. So they proceeded from the next plane, from the high principle, and tried to use it to work out the new apparatus, the new material basis that is needed. So that's the method, that's the principle that my dad was looking for, which is what is the next plane, and then let it work out whatever needs to be worked out. For example, being a material scientist, one of his questions was, what if the structure of water itself changes? Can we change the angle between the two hydrogen atoms and the oxygen atom, yield a stable liquid, which is still water, I guess, but different, it has different qualities. And once you have that, it will create a new life, a new cell structure, new way of exchanging energy, and potentially a completely new development. And my point is that evolution proceeds with whatever it has at hand. It found whatever material basis, stable chemicals, etc. were present, and used them to bring about the complexity of the double helix and the genetic material to form the principle of life, essentially, and then reused all these materials to form the principle of mind. So maybe a break in matter, it's indicated, maybe humans are ingenious enough to develop new material, but evolution uses whatever is at hand. So, this dynamic will keep going. What is the new principle? Let's focus on finding that, and then make space for that new principle to create the material basis that it needs. And the other side is, well, what is the extrapolation from today, that we can create a new form, a new structure, which could be guided by the new principle, such as it is, if there is one, and let the new form have the emergent property of housing, of building up the new principle. So I think both are necessary, I guess, both are at play, and they'll work out. So that's our real end, I think, now.